I ain't gonna lie. After having stood up last night to watch that the Izzy fight, the Israel Adesanya fight
against John Pavlovich, Polish Power.
Blachowicz, right?
Blachowicz, facts. Sorry, I mispronounced it. He put up a hell of a fight though.
I feel like it was. It didn't do it for me because I really wanted to see someone get knocked out.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what you watch it for. It was a good fight though.
I always want to see somebody get knocked out. But besides the fact that he didn't get knocked out, I feel like it was a pretty back and forth fight.
Yeah.
Which was, I mean, it was interesting in
it was
the
more
moment.
Back and
but
forth
looking
than I
back
thought it would
on
be.
it, it's like I really wanted Izzy to win, and I also wanted him to knock him out. So, like,
I knew he wasn't going to be able to knock him out with his hands. It would have had to have been a head kick or a knee, something. I don't think he has the power to knock him out with his hands, particularly. But John Pavlovich said after the post-fight interview, he was like, listen, he was a lot slower than I thought, but he hit a lot harder than I thought.
Yeah.
So, that's something to think about. I mean, for the most part, I thought that they did a well fight. Like, everybody displayed what they're really good at really well. I feel like if there's one thing Izzy needs to do probably is go back in the lab and work on that ground game a little bit, that grappling, that wrestling, try to tone it. Because he has the energy.
In his post-fight interview, he talked about it too with Joe Rogan. He said he doesn't feel like it's that he didn't put on the weight or anything. He feels like he just needed to change his technique, especially on the floor.
Absolutely.
And we were watching it with Kyoshi, and he was pointing out a really good point in terms of that Daniel Cormier was talking about it the entire fight as like a commentator. He was talking about like, yo, this isn't the way to get out of this. This isn't the way to handle
He was
this.
doing everything wrong.
And it's like Izzy was already aware of that by the time the fight ended.
Yeah, I mean, because with a man like Polish Power, somebody whose frame is already bigger than yours, somebody who can cover your body and ground a lot more than you can. He works well on his back and on his stomach in terms of the ground game. So you have to kind of be aware of that. But I feel like as the champion Izzy is, he should have been more prepared for that fight, that ground fight.
Yeah.
Because he had the energy to move. Is that every time he moved, you know what I'm saying? The other homies, I
feel like towards the later rounds, we just kept wanting to see them start teeing off.
Yeah, I mean, the last 2 rounds, that Polish guy different, bro.
Yeah.
He hitting like a Mack truck.
For sure. And then I can only imagine he's just Izzy being the smaller fighter, having come up weight for this fight.
Yeah.
Or come up a division, more or less. I feel like to have Blachowicz over you and just on you and like putting
dominating you, bro.
God.
Knowing what to do on top of that, bro.
That had to have been draining.
Bro, it's different when a dude walk around 240
like
and drop
overall,
down
it
to
didn't
205.
drain him a lot, but in the moment, it was just like annoying.
I mean, that strength and size thing was always gonna be annoying. You're talking about a guy who walks around 230, 240. He dropped down to 205. You walk around 190 and you fight at 185, maybe 200 at the most. You walk around. I don't know. I feel like all in all, though, I wasn't mad at the card. Amanda Nunes put on a hell of a show. She beat the brakes off that bitch.
I'm so tight. I had to take a shit right before that shit started, and then as it started, it ended by the time I got out.
Yo, bro, my son dead. It lasted as long as a human shit.
That was crazy.
She put the beats on that bitch. Megan, yo, on my fault on that woman. You know what I'm saying? Because she could definitely be my ass. Like 100%.
Welcome to episode 3 of the Sedated Sunday podcast. My name is Joe.
And I'm Ray? That's the name, right? Right? I was going to say something else, but I was like, fuck it, let's just go with the classic.
Yeah.
I was going to call myself Lex Bezos.
OnlyFans now free.
Let's see. Wow, that was not it. The OnlyFans now free.
It's season 3.
There we go. Some energy, some excitement. Come on, bro.
Yo, bro, it's okay.
It's because you stayed up at 1.
Yeah.
It's
not even that. It's like, it's that.
Nah.
It's about the fact that I went to sleep late, and then when I woke up, I smoked. So I'm like really groggy.
Yo, I went to sleep last night, bro, and not for nothing. I think there's a draft coming in from my room. I think it's from the AC because I never take my shot out the window because that's a drag. And
I ain't about to do that.
And low key, sometimes I sleep with my mouth open, and I hate that. Because then that cold draft come in and it hit my throat, and I get like scratchy. So now I gotta sleep on the other side, so that cold back hit my back. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't even seen. You got a new bed, right?
Hell yeah,
I ain't even seen it yet. Pause.
I got a nectar. Shout out to my cousin for holding me down with that one for the free, for the gratis.
For the gratis.
I love my cousin, bro.
So, did you order a bed frame right away, or did he?
Immediately.
Oh, nice.
Immediately. I did fast shipped it and everything, so I could get it on Friday.
Nice.
He's like, yo, bro, I'm about to give it. I'm like, bro, give me a day. Let me get my bed frame and that's mine. Like I need bro, I had that last bed for like 10 years, bro. I've had that bed longer than I've had relationships.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's time to switch it up. Happy though. My new bed is a little stiff now, so my back, my posture, everything feel great.
Felt.
Yo, invest in a new mattress.
Good shit, G's.
Yo, no funny. Oliver put me onto this. Y'all know Oliver. He definitely has come in, so y'all know him. He said that, yo, bro, a mattress is not like a buy. It's like an investment. Yeah. Because you sleep. He said you sleep about 32% of your life or some shit like that.
Yeah. If you think about it, let's say you sleep in 8 hours a day. That's a 30 a day.
That's a 30 a day. Yeah, facts. I mean, I don't sleep 8 hours. You get 6-5 out of me. The extra 2 is in the wind.
I feel like I sleep over a span of 8 hours, but I don't sleep 8 hours.
Yeah, I mean, you're supposed to sleep in increments of 4 hours apiece.
I might wake up, get on TikTok for a bit.
Yeah, because you're supposed to sleep 4 hours, like a nap, micro naps. Take 4 hour nap, chill, stay awake for as long as you can, take another 4 hour nap, and sleep like that in increments. Your body's not supposed to stay sleeping for 8 hours straight.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think I really do that. I think I really do sleep in like 3-4 hour increments, get up for like 30 minutes, and then go to sleep again. Now,
my thing is, once I'm up for hours, and then I'll go back to sleep, and I can afford that. I work at 9.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Got a grown man job.
Yeah. All right, so moving into some of the stories of the week. One of the first ones I want to talk about is that Jack Dorsey's Square Inc. Is to acquire a majority stake in TIDAL.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. So Jay-Z sold it?
Yeah.
Oh, they all sold their shares?
The CEO of Twitter, basically.
Wow.
So the way it reads here, shout out to the Shade Room for the post and for the information.
As they do.
Square plans to purchase a majority stake of the streaming service with a mix of cash and stock of $297 million. Along with the deal, Jay-Z will become a part of Square's board of directors. So he sold the company, but he's becoming a part of the board of directors.
Oh, so he's still gonna be that man.
Yeah.
All right, cool. He's still him. Absolutely.
He's still him.
He's still him. That's Hove. H to the Izzo.
So shout out Hove. He always making these dope ass business moves. Yeah, like for sure.
I mean, in terms of like,
he the gold standard.
Yeah, he's definitely the gold standard.
He the gold standard.
Like if you want to be a rapper, your goal should be to be Hove, or Drake, or somebody in that upper echelon of rapper.
If you're a rapper, entrepreneur wise, you want to be Hove. If you a female artist, I think
I know because you could also be Travi. Travi marketing wise, amazing.
I feel it, but I'm talking about bread wise, yeah, Hove.
Oh yeah, but Hove had longer in the game.
And I'm pretty sure for the ladies it's Rihanna, right?
No, it's Beyonce, bro.
Nah, Rihanna got more money.
Then Beyonce?
Individually, I think she do.
Nah, bro. That's a bold statement.
I think she do. All right, we gotta.
That's a bold
we gotta check this real quick.
You gotta bring up the Carfax on that one, bro.
All right, look up Beyonce net worth.
Beyonce net worth?
Individually, not with Jay-Z. Individually.
I don't think the net worth really gonna like see how much money she got. Oh, I bet.
What's Beyonce net worth?
According to InStyle.com, to her name, 400 mil.
Rihanna 600.
Oh wow, probably because of Fenty, right?
Fenty's $1 billion business.
Wow, good for Rihanna.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Shorty's is Rihanna.
Rihanna
got the Berkin, bro.
Hell yeah, and she ain't get cheated on.
Wow. Look at that.
No shade though. No shade.
Look at that.
No shade though.
She deserve it though.
She deserve it though. She playing.
Been through a lot.
She playing these niggas. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for real. Wasn't she dating like a prince or something?
I don't know.
I feel like at some point she was dating like a prince.
I feel like she dated a lot of cool motherfuckers. Like I'm not even gonna hold you.
She's still with Rocky?
I don't even think she was with Rocky.
No, they were 1,000% together. Like they got pictured outside together. OD. Once it got confirmed. I just don't know if they've ever broken up.
I ain't never seen a picture.
Bro, you're wild.
I ain't never seen a picture. I keep it 100 with you.
You're wild.
You know what's really wild?
You probably seen it, just didn't pay attention to it.
I mean, probably. That's my baby. I don't want to see with no other man. But you know what's even really more wild? That niggas in China is that us having to do a manly, like, schooling.
Oh, yeah, that they want to make school more manly because of, like, gender fluidness and stuff and the prevalence of that.
Bro, what kills me
about the rising culture of that, I guess.
Bro, what kills me about China and wanting to do this now is because they put a cap on people having kids because they were having too much kids, and then everybody just wanted to have sons. So you think in a country primarily filled with men, they ain't gonna want to like see what's up with each other?
Yeah, that's an interesting way to think about it.
Like, let's think about it.
That's interesting.
Everybody trying to put a cap on. This is why women are so necessary, bro. This is why right here, bro.
I felt that.
Because look, now the country going in panic for what?
Now the country going in panic for what?
So what? Every boy want to be a girl, or every girl was once a boy. Whatever. Deal with it. This is what y'all wanted for yourselves. See, I gonna have to like sit with this and rock with it.
I feel like you just said the same thing.
I just think that's man dumb. They get to have like a fucking class to be more manly.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
I feel like the idea that that stems from toxic masculinity, and the idea that being masculine and dominant is the way to go, you know?
I feel like people get confused with being masculine and dominant with being a level of toxic masculinity or like a oversaturated version of masculinity. You know what I mean?
Like I had said in the group chat that day, it's the hyper masculinity. The idea that that's what's like most important and it has to be dominant, your masculinity. And like being dominant, being the head of the situations, like I hate that shit so much.
Yeah. I mean, masculinity is a finicky thing because along with masculinity comes ego.
Yes.
And
oh my
the
god.
Male, I mean, I say this all the time. The male ego is very, very fragile.
Oh, so fragile.
Like it's very like you never know what you're gonna get out of it. You never know what you're gonna get from it. So you know, you just kind of tread lightly, walk on eggshells, because everybody's masculinity is mad sensitive. Because even my masculinity sometimes feels more sensitive. Because you know, sometimes I do like feminine shit or say feminine shit. You know what I mean? In terms of like taking care of myself.
When I say my shit is sensitive, it's in moments where it's like I feel like my shit is getting questioned when it really isn't.
What do you mean?
So like, there'll be moments where things are said and like even though it'll be a plain ass statement, like sometimes it'll be interpreted in my mind like he just called you pussy, or like he's questioning who you are, or he's questioning your character.
Yeah,
shit like that.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, but that comes from the male surroundings you have.
Yeah.
And honestly, the male surroundings
like
you have are all
thing.
like...
That's a nature thing.
Yeah. Nah. I think that's a nurture thing.
You think that's a nurture thing?
Absolutely, because rich kids do that. They do the same things. It's really how you're raised, bro. It's really...
I feel like everyone does that, though.
Nah. I don't. I don't care. I don't care at all.
I feel like everyone has that little part of them.
It's there. I'm not going to say it's not there for me. It is, but I care?
That's what I'm saying. I think it's a nature thing. No, I don't care either, but I'm saying it's there, and it happens for everyone.
I feel like the reason why I feel like it's more nurture is because my mom was really sensitive. You know what I'm saying? My mom is really soft. So I get that kind of extra emotion, that extra emotional feel for things. I feel like because of my mom's. If my pops raised me dolly and just him, I'd be a whole different person, bro.
That's an interesting theory.
I would be wearing like button-down plaid shirts and shit.
Button-down plaid shirts and shit. That's funny as fuck.
That's terrible. I can never in my life hope to wear a button-down plaid shirt and think I'm cool. I can't. That's whack.
I felt that.
I did at one point. I had a button-down plaid shirt, but I would spice it up. Like I told you. I'd spice it up. Be on male masculinity. Let's talk about being super straight.
Okay. Wow. Okay, yeah, let's get into it. So, for the listeners who have not yet heard of this quote-unquote super straight group, let's call them
sexuality.
It's basically a response to what we discussed last week in terms of being transphobic if you aren't willing to date someone who is trans. And the response was like, all right, cool. My preference is women who were born women. So my sexuality, biologically, yes, anatomically, whatever you want to say, yeah.
When you left puss?
When you left puss, you had puss.
You feel me?
Yo, that, okay. And they were like, so that our sexuality now is super straight. And people,
I think
some people were like, yo, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
And then other people were like, this is transphobic as fuck.
I feel like it's a slippery slope.
I don't know how to feel about it.
I think it's a slippery slope because you could argue both sides of it.
I feel like it's an extreme example of the truth, which is you can't sit here and ask to be respected for your preferences and then say because someone's preferences don't fit what you want, they're transphobic. I feel like that's the overarching idea and logic that I agree with, and I feel like that's the logic behind it, but I feel like to go as extreme to make fun of what they actually deal with and having their own sexualities and trying to be accepted for it, I feel like it's an extreme example of that.
I mean, my thing with the super straight thing is transphobia or that movement was made because they were really getting harassed and they were really like, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like super straight is kind of like all lives matter. You know what I mean? Like it's a protest to our protest. Like you made that would have never been a thing had I not made my claim about my thing. And my thing was a real thing. But you made your thing to counteract my thing.
I feel like that's a very finicky thing. The reason why I say that is because I feel like when I think all lives matter, I think of basically fake oppression. Like the idea that because people are saying Black lives matter, they're saying that other lives don't. I feel like all lives matter is a response to that. Versus, I feel like this super straight thing is coming from people literally saying, if you won't fuck a trans person, you're transphobic. And that's actual, like, hate being directed towards them.
Yeah, I feel like niggas said that as like, okay, if that's the case, then I'm this, and you got to deal with it.
No, yeah,
it was like
I
a
get
slap
it.
in the face.
I get it.
So for me, it was like a little slap in the face.
It was an extreme response, but I feel like it was a response. It wasn't unwarranted. It was a response, you know?
Yeah, but I feel like the person who made it, he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
He knew what he was doing. He knew what that was going to, what that was going to be. But I think it's jokes. I think I'm here for it, honestly, just to bring out more of a conversation. Because I'm always with a conversation.
I feel like, I'm down for the conversation. And I agree with what I interpret the sentiment behind it to be.
You know, being a super straight man.
However, they definitely could have gone about it a little better.
Hey, man, I'm going to be honest with you. If you don't want to fuck a trans woman, bro, there's nothing wrong with you. You're not a bad person. You just, there's certain things you're not willing to do. And there's certain sexuality is a spectrum. And if you're not willing to explore that level of spectrum, nigga, don't.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I'm not saying like I would fuck a trans woman. But what I'm saying is, have I been in a situation like in the club and I thought shorty was shorty when actually shorty was man? I've been there.
See, and this is my thing, right?
I've been there.
This is also a question I want to present to you. So, like, let's say I'm trans.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm trans, I'm a part of the LGBTQ community, right?
Correct, the alphabet people.
In order for you to be attracted to me, you have to also be a part of that community.
No.
Don't you?
No.
How?
Because you could still be into trans women and be straight. Because technically, you're not into the man version of her. You're into the woman she became. You're into the woman.
That does make sense.
That's why a lot of people would say, I fuck trannies, what up? And I'm still straight. And motherfuckers just be laughing at them and ridiculing them. That shit happened like 2-3 years ago. Some kid that hung himself because what happened in his hood. He was like, I fuck trannies, whatever. Fuck out here, yeah. And niggas that just made his life hell. And I feel like that's the issue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to be quote unquote super straight. If you don't rock with it, you don't rock with it. But for the people that do, let's not. Because I feel like
I ain't gonna crucify anybody for what they actually
exactly. Because I feel like
it's just I don't want to be crucified
straight,
for what I do either.
Yeah, my thing with being super straight, it makes it seem like you're a superior level of straight. Mm-hmm. Like this man who fucks trannies is not a superior level of straight. Like you're the Aryan race of straight. Like you feel me? Like, and that's where it kind of gets iffy for me.
I agree with that 100%. Yeah,
you know, because like. If you want to fuck trannies, bro, I'm not going to say you less of a man or you less straight than I am.
I feel like let's stop saying trannies. Like,
oh, transsexual, is that the correct term?
Transgenders.
Transgendered?
Sure.
Let's be sensitive. My fault. I'll be sensitive about it. My fault. Transgendered woman. And I feel like that's I don't know. I think everybody just entitled to what the fuck they want. Don't force nobody to be whatever they want.
Felt.
You know what I'm saying?
I felt that OD. Moving on to another topic that was also irritating, right?
Okay.
So Nike executive had to resign from her job because her son was using a credit card in her name to like fund his resale business.
Wow.
A Nike executive.
What a dick.
And he would hit on shoes.
She deserved to lose her job.
Nah, she quit.
She deserved it. Because my thing with it is like, you should know what business your son got going on. Like, come on now.
And the thing is,
He
like,
live with you.
and
Fuck is
it's
you
not
talking
even
about?
that. It's like, you had to have been supporting it. Like, it. Maybe I could understand if it was like you just found out about it, but it's like there's no way you didn't know about it.
Like, come on, man. All these sneaker boxes in your house and you got nothing to say.
And even if you didn't keep it there, you gotta see the type of money your son bringing in. You have to see that. There's no way you're not. He's young. He's probably stupid and flaunting it all the time.
I'm not even going to hold you, and this is the real fucked up part about it. If this would have been a black boy, he'd have got all his sneakers taken away, accounts wiped, and all that.
She probably would have got arrested too.
You know what I'm saying? Made an example of.
It's terrible that we live in a society that has those types of double standards, but it's just annoying. But we gonna keep talking about it because at the end of the day, if someone don't, who will?
You feel me? And that's real shit, though.
You know? All-Star game today.
Hell
for
yeah.
sure.
LeBron winning.
Team LeBron definitely gonna win. Even though it was announced that Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid aren't gonna play, but fuck it. I definitely think Team LeBron gonna win. I definitely gotta go to the Ox and get some snacks before that tonight.
Facts. Snacks. Wow, I didn't even think about the snacks.
For sure. This has been another episode of the Sedated Sunday podcast.
Luka,
Want to thank you for tuning in.
Jokic,
Thank you for listening.
Braun. It's about to
Right.
be a movie.
Remember to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Sedated Sundays. Remember to like us on Facebook at Sedated Sunday Podcast. Subscribe to us on YouTube,
My
Sedated
Hero.
Sundays.
It was great. Deco might
Subscribe
be
to
the
our
last
OnlyFans.
one to have
So nasty,
all
J
for one.
Dirty. We will talk to y'all next week.
This has been Lex Bezos.
All we do is talk.
All we do is talk.
You dig?
Hello, mama. Let me whisper in your ear.